Hello, welcome to STEM to Stern.
Cruiseology.
I'm Michael.
I'm Michelle.
How are y'all doing today? Welcome back to our channel. We're glad you're here. We've been very busy. Michelle's been very busy. She's got all sorts of stuff going on. I think she's tired, but she's going to go through. But I've been doing some short cruise news update content, short form, and now I'm got her pinned down, got her back, which I'm glad. So she's my partner. So I'm glad she's back, and we're going to talk about some things that concern when you go on your cruise. I guess you could call it what, a first aid kit, medical kit that
medical
we take,
kit,
some
first aid
stuff
kit,
we
yeah.
take, because when you go on cruises, everybody wants to have a good time. Obviously, that's the reason you go. You want to enjoy yourself, but at the same time, things do happen. Life does happen.
Yes. We've experienced some of that on cruises before.
We have. So, having said that, most of this is over-the-counter stuff we'll talk about, but I do get a few prescriptions from my doctor. However, let me preface everything by saying that this is for information and entertainment purposes only.
We are not medical doctors.
I did stay at a Holiday Inn last night, but no.
But we're not medical doctors.
I'm not a medical doctor. So you always have to consult your personal physician or healthcare provider to make sure that whatever you can take and put into your body is good for you, and then you can do it. But maybe there's a few things, at least from an over-the-counter standpoint, that you might be able to take, but still consult your physician. We are not doctors. So if you're on a cruise and you do, well, the cruise ship medical centers are good, and they have doctors, but they can be very
expensive.
Very expensive. Lots of money. And it doesn't take long for it to run up quick. So for the minor stuff, if you can avoid it and you still treat your symptoms and be okay, yes. Now, if you have a heart attack, head injury,
broken
bone, something serious, heart, stroke, something like that, then you got to do what you got to do. But I'll also say this: always get travel insurance.
Yes.
And because I don't think, especially when you get outside the United States, I don't think our insurance will cover in other countries. So we always get travel insurance, some form of travel insurance, and that way if you have and we talked about that in a previous
all the travel insurance and reasoning why.
So it can help you, especially if you have something serious, you have to have surgery or a lot of serious medical treatment, and it can get you back, evacuation and repatriation back to your home country. So that I'd also preface everything with, do get travel insurance, because things happen, and when you're on a ship at sea, you never know what can go wrong, what can happen, and you're in different ports doing excursions. Things happen. So anyway, some basic things that we take is, first, what we can, if I explain the five.
Well, the 5 things that your health problems can fall into on the cruise, you've got your motion sickness. A lot of people have issues with this. Luckily enough, I never have. I don't think you have on a cruise, have you?
Not on a cruise ship.
You have experienced.
I have been on smaller vessels, gotten seasick in rough seas. It's not even fun.
Yeah, and then you have your stomach issues, which can be anything from just a regular upset stomach to constipation to
Food poisoning.
To
You went there with the C word, didn't you?
To diarrhea.
Oh my, the D word.
The C and the D word.
Lord.
Those are no fun on cruises.
Lord have mercy.
Those have been experienced. Then you have sunburns because you're in a different I guess environment. The sun's going to be a little bit
water.
The water. It's the
sunlight reflecting off the water.
Yes.
Plus direct sunlight. So
you can go be quick. Ready for that. Respiratory illnesses.
Yeah, upper respiratory.
Colds.
And I don't say the other C word. The COVID.
Oh, no, we don't say that. And then you can have minor injuries. I mean, if something happens and you are really hurt, please go see the doctor on the cruise ship. Don't, but if you just minor tweak an ankle, and it's just a little tweaked, it's not like it's, awful. No bones are sticking out,
That'd be a compound fracture. I'm not a doctor though.
True.
That is serious.
Yeah, that's serious.
So we take
our ACE bandage just in case, to have that. We're going to show y'all some stuff, but we also have just a first aid kit that we ordered on Amazon. Just a basic, simple first aid kit. I mean, it's got the little ice pack things that you can crack and use. Anyway, so we carry that with us along with some other things that we'll go over.
Well, let's start with motion sickness.
Yes.
So the over-the-counter stuff is Dramamine. This here is the original, and it's good. And what is that? Bonine?
Bonine is another one.
Yeah, I've actually taken that. We were on Wonder of the Seas, and that's a huge ship, but we were in really heavy seas, and that ship, you knew you was at sea on a ship, and that ship is huge. And we were 15 to 20, maybe some 25-foot rollers we were in, and you could tell. And just as a precaution, because I did not want to get sick, I took one of those, and I think it did
its job.
I think it did help. The other, let's see here. I'm sorry. Yes, this is a prescription, but you have to consult. You have to go to your doctor. Make sure you're able to take it. Consult your physician. Is the scopolamine patches that goes behind the ear. It's a little patch. It goes right behind your ear. You've probably seen people wear them if you've done any cruises.
Now, do they have some that go behind your ear that's over the counter?
Not that I know of.
Okay. I thought some might have been, but maybe
not. That I know of.
Okay.
But these, if you already get seasick, my experience is it's not going to help you. You got to have it on before you actually start experiencing the symptoms. So if you put that on, if you're really prone to motion sickness, you can put that on beforehand, about 12 hours before you start your activity or get on a cruise ship. It gets in your system. And a little side note, these were developed by NASA for their astronauts who would get motion sickness back in the day. And that's how this got brought about. So that's a fun fact. So you have over-the-counter and you have the prescription.
They also have the wristbands.
They do have wristbands.
And don't they say the ginger chews, ginger tablets? I've never done them. I don't.
When I got seasick, I've been seasick a couple of times. I could probably eat a bell of ginger and it wasn't going to do any good. So, but it might for some people.
Yes. So, and like Mike was saying, whatever, if you are prone to motion sickness, then especially on that patch, put it on before, you get, maybe the morning that you're going to board the cruise ship, might give you some time.
What's our next category?
We're going to talk about stomach problems.
Okay. Well, that could, just hopefully you don't ever get on a ship. I think there's been several outbreaks this year already on cruise ships of the norovirus. And that's just involves the V word and the D word.
Yeah.
So to speak. No, this was a prescription, but you can buy it over the counter too. The loperamide, which is antidiarrheal. It'll slow it down, but you can buy it over the counter too. I don't know. My doctor prescribed this.
It's like an Imodium.
Yeah, somewhat.
Kind of.
And then if you're, have nausea, I take and we take, and it saved us a couple of times on different stuff. Especially, I think I got maybe some food poisoning or something one time, and I take this. These are the onadasterone. It's a dissolvable prescription. You have to consult your doctor. Make sure you can take it. Goes under your tongue. It dissolves. In about 20 minutes, man, it'll take the nausea away. It saves you from being just, if I got seasick, I would take these to try to cut down on the nausea. It might make you a little sleepy, but that's fine too. I'd rather be a little sleepy than vomiting.
And then someone told us,
if you got a norovirus and you're
dehydrated,
get dehydrated, there's many forms of this. This happens to be the liquid IV.
Liquid IV. Yes.
We're not sponsored by them.
We're not sponsored by them.
We're not.
Y'all can sponsor us if you want.
But we just these come in different flavors of strawberry, and that is
golden cherry.
A cherry, and it'll being on a cruise ship. Mix that up. Try to keep your electrolytes. Keeps you. It says it's a hydration multiplier. It gets a lot of electrolytes in your system. Keep you from getting dehydrated. And that way, if you get dehydrated, your symptoms are just going to exacerbate and get worse. What's our next category?
And if we learned anything during 2020, during COVID, which we should have already known, is to wash our hands. So make sure you wash your hands. And I don't use the antibacterial gels as much. I do some at work, but not so much. But sometimes I have it with us on the cruise just in case. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's a little going way out here, but sometimes it's better to go way out here and be prepared for anything. And, wash your hands. Washy, washy.
Yep, washy, washy.
Washy, washy.
What's the next category?
Pain and fever relief.
Well, just regular pain medications, over the counter. Take maybe some, whatever, ibuprofen, Aleve, stuff like that.
Tylenol. Anything like that.
If you have trouble sleeping, then either have your prescription or over the counter stuff for that.
Yeah.
I always take earplugs. That way, if the ship's too noisy, I put my earplugs in and I'm in my own world.
And sometimes when you're on the cruise ship, you're out in the sun a lot more than what you may be at home because you're wanting to catch those rays on that cruise ship, which I'm prone sometimes. If I'm out there too long, I may get a sun headache. So again, the painkiller, will help for that, and will help if you do lots of walking or exciting excursions, and you're a little achy after some of that. Take the painkiller so you can keep going with that cruise.
Yep. What's next?
Cold, flu, respiratory symptoms.
Well, that there you can take your decongestant tablets, the pseudoephedrine if you're able to take it, cough drops. Yeah. And we have in the past taken our own COVID test with us, the fast test or the home test. That way, if we thought, at least we could test ourselves to see. That way we could self-quarantine if we needed to. So you could take those if that's something you're interested in doing.
We took a cruise several years ago with several different couples. And one of the couples we were talking about all the stuff that we take as far as medicine, first aid kit. And they kind of snickered a little bit, kind of like, well, we don't pack all that stuff like that. We're just going to go have fun. They were the first ones we got on the cruise ship. She wasn't feeling good. They were the first ones to buzz our cabin and go, hey, y'all got any cold medicine? And we did. We were willing to share. And I've even been on I usually try to find the Facebook group of a cruise we're going on. And we've been on that before. And I've seen people kind of post on there who, has the internet on a cruise ship saying, hey, my kid got sick. Does anybody have anything for nausea? And people can actually be very helpful and friendly on these little groups because people's like, what cabin are you in? We'll, bring stuff to you and everything. So
as long as it's over the counter.
Over the counter. Do not share prescriptions because you do not know what it can do to someone else. But over the counter, just cold medicine or, upset stomach.
If they can take it.
If they can take it. But yeah, that we kind of found it a little ironic that the couple that kind of snickered the most was the one in need the quickest. But it happens.
All right, what's next on our
Sunburn and skincare.
Well, always sunscreen, obviously. I go overkill on the sunscreen. I do the 100. A lot of people won't use the 100, but I use the 100 because I just want maximum protection from the sun. Even though I like to be in the sun, and I don't mind, and I still tan, but I use the extreme, but at least 30 to 50 on the SPF.
Aloe vera.
Right.
Just in case you do get a little.
Yeah, and you can take for insect, also other skin, if you get some sort of rash, insect bites. I've gotten this. It's just a general ointment that my doctor prescribed. It's pretty strong for insect bites and rashes and skin irritations. So, but this was a prescription of the I can't even say it. I can't say it. MUPIROCIN. So that for skin irritations.
And they have like the Benadryl ointments and things like
aloe
that.
vera.
Yeah, stuff like
and
that.
Maybe some lip balm of some sort to protect your lips out there. It's lots of sunburn going on your lips. Your lips get chapped. What's next in our category?
We have some minor injuries and blisters.
Well, we take different sizes of small bandages and Band-Aids, I guess you will. For lacerations, small lacerations, I even take a small box of the butterfly closures, just for something that you might be able to close up that doesn't require too many, even if, and if you need multiple sutures, it's not going to work, but this would be good for minor laceration if you need to pull skin together. So I take that. There's the antibiotics. Also, my doctor this goes back to some sort of viral infection. I was looking for these. Erythromycin. I don't know if that's the same thing as a Z-Pack. It may be. I think. But anyway, antibiotics. It's a general use, garden variety, the azithromycin tablets. And so I take those too. So as you can tell, we try to cover a lot of different areas because you never know. Try to avoid, if you can, going to that medical center.
Well, and also if you can, if you can take something, if it's a 7-day cruise and you feel bad on day 1, maybe day 2, if you have something to take, get some rest, and then you can hopefully enjoy the rest of your cruise.
Yep.
You're not knocked out for the whole cruise.
So, what's our last?
We got some prescription medications.
Yep, that's another important fact, or not fact, but you got to remember whatever prescriptions you take on a regular basis, you need to take it for that duration, but add to that
just in case
3 to 5 days more than what you think are going to be gone. I say a week. That way you got it with you for, if you're taking a 7-day cruise, take 14 days. That way, you never know. I heard of a guy that got on a ship. They couldn't get back to port because of a hurricane, so they went to other ports and kind of stayed out of the way, and it took them 5 or 6 extra days to get back to a port. So if you're taking medication, you run out of medication on a cruise ship, that's not good.
And especially on your prescription medicines, that's a daily medication for you. Put it in your luggage, your bag that you're going to carry onto the cruise ship. Just in case anything. We've never had an issue with any of our luggage. Yeah, don't say that, knock on wood. But, you just want to make sure you have that.
Yeah, and lastly, some other things that some people might take, and that it depends on your particular viewpoint and situation. We haven't taken one, but a small thermometer for temperature, a pulse oximeter, I guess, if to make sure that your oxygen level is where it needs to be. Some people take those. We already talked about these. And maybe a small general first aid kit, maybe without some of this prescription stuff like Band-Aids, gauze, what else?
It's got the gauze, the tape, everything, yes.
So the doctors on board cruise ships, they can be expensive. And, some of this stuff may might make a difference in your cruise being miserable or not being miserable. So I want to err on the side of not being miserable. So that cover about everything?
I think that covers about
everything. Think of?
Yeah.
There may be some other stuff that people think of to add. Of course, I try to keep it small. Don't want to take up a lot of room. So this is, you can see how big this is. It's not real large, but we keep quite a bit of stuff with us to try to avoid anything and think down the road, because I don't want to be sick on my cruise or feel bad, and nobody does. So there's some of our stuff that we do helps us. Again, consult your doctor, your healthcare provider. We're not doctors, but this is just some ideas, general ideas on very basic first aid / medical stuff that might make your cruise a little bit better.
Things that we've learned through the years on cruises.
Right. And also, if you've watched this far, then you're addicted. So you might as well hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, help us out, and that way it helps that algorithm and gets our video out a little bit more. Also, to come, we are leaving on our cruise in 3 or 4 days on the MSC Seascape out of Galveston for a 7-day. We're going to take some video on there, share our thoughts, and reflect on that. So we'll have that coming up. Maybe a cabin review. That's our dog Jax, who is whining. He doesn't want us to leave. So we'll have that coming up. So again, thank you for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe button, and make comments. Let us know what you think, your ideas about any kind of first aid.
What do you take when you're taking a cruise? What goes into your first aid kit that you just can't imagine leaving home without?
Right. So thank you for being with us. We'll have some more content coming out. So, as I always say, fair winds and falling seas. See you next time. This
Bye, y'all.
Stem to Stern Cruiseology.
Cruise on, y'all.
Bye-bye.